I don't know. I guess they're trying to cover their own ass. That's the only thing I can say.
What's your name? Where are you from? And why are you here today?
Chicago, Illinois.
Chicago. You're representing.
Absolutely.
Now, so when the Rittenhouse shooting happened, you were at least kind of locally affected by it.
Well, he's from Northern Illinois. His mom took him over there. I think he should have got some type of punishment.
Like what?
Some kind of punishment.
Well, what was your reaction to the verdict itself?
It looked like a great injustice to me.
Well, do you believe that he had a right to self-defense in those actual instances where he was being charged?
It's a matter of opinion. The self-defense, was he really self-defending himself?
So let me try to say that we say like he should be charged with something. You mean like for contributing to the situation, some kind of liability?
Manslaughter, or they didn't give him a weapons charge.
Right.
I put a lot of blame on his mom. Why did she take a 16? I think he was 16 years old at the time. Where's the gun charge at? Where's some kind of charge? I mean, you mean to tell me he didn't violate the law in no way?
Well, if he didn't, you think that like there should be a law that would hold him at least somewhat liable for his contribution to the situation?
He violated some type of law.
Right.
I'm sure his mom violated the law.
Well, so
he had an illegal gun, if nothing else. They said he didn't buy the gun. Right. He's 16 years old.
Well, if I may, so you're black, right? You live in America, yeah.
It's 4 years I'm black.
Pretty sure. I don't want to presume.
4 years old.
Happy birthday, brother! Right on. So, could it be that? You don't really particularly care about the fate of one person, but there's something about the injustice when you see a white man or a white boy, if he's 17, right, get away with something that a black man in America would get really railroaded for by the legal system, right?
That's a way to look at it, but that's not the issue here either. I mean, he's still, basically, usually it's a white guy killing black guys. He killed some Caucasians, right. So, but it was injustice. I just see it as being an injustice, even though if it was a black guy that did something like that. But like you say, the penalty for black people have been more harsh for lesser crimes.
Right. So, at what point would someone have the right to defend themselves in a situation like Kyle was in?
Oh, a person has the right to defend themselves. He put himself in a position by going there to do what? To say that he was helping some other people, whatever. It's just like the thing in Georgia that's coming up right now. The
Arbery case.
Now. Yeah. And so, I mean, the owner didn't ask anybody to secure, and he came out and said so. So what the hell how do you shoot a jogger, unarmed guy, or pull a gun on him, saying that you could have detained him? I mean, if you should have said, halt, I got a gun on you. But he going right up to the guy with a gun. What do you come on.
Right.
How do you justify that? How do you justify chasing the guy for 10 minutes, whatever it was, and then confront him with a gun for what reason?
Let me ask one more question.
He didn't do anything to them personally anyway.
Well, one more question, sort of big one, kind of wrap this all together, I hope. You mentioned that case, Rittenhouse case, huge in the news, right? You haven't heard about the Johnny Hurley case, have you?
Who the hell is Johnny Hurley?
Exactly. So there was a mass shooting happening in Arvada, Colorado, where a guy was going out to shoot cops. And my friend Johnny Hurley goes and pulls his concealed weapon. He has a handgun, and he shoots the guy. And he stops a bunch of cops from getting killed. But then the cops show up on the scene, and they don't go, put down your weapon. They just see a guy with a gun, and they shoot him. They shot the wrong guy. And when the government screws up in a case like this, you know what they did, of course? They said the cop doesn't face any charges or any consequences for killing the wrong guy by accident.
So you know Johnny?
I know John. I knew Johnny personally, yeah. So does it tell you something?
Always, great injustices all over America for whatever reason, like you just pointed out. This guy Johnny, as you explained it, kept some cops from getting killed, and then a cop killed him. without saying put the gun down, or they just start shooting.
So what does it tell you that a case like that is hidden? Like the mainstream media doesn't talk about that, but they talk about the Kyle Rittenhouse case. They talk about the Arbery case. They talk about these high-profile, racially charged. Well, they make them high-profile. They choose what's high-profile, right?
Get the attention, of course, yeah.
And have what effect? I mean, it's not just for attention. They're trying to have an impact, right? They want it to affect us somehow.
I guess.
How do you think they're trying to affect you personally by putting all of these like racially charged, politically charged cases, in the mainstream media in your face, and cases where the government screws up like Johnny Hurley, those get hidden?
I don't know. I guess they're trying to cover their own ass. That's the only thing I can say. So.
Let's put it mildly. Thank you, brother. Appreciate your time.
Right on.
We will meet that challenge with courage and love, and as always, we the people will prevail.